Hey champions and superstars, my name is Eugene Cheng from Freedom Profits and welcome to today's webinar, today's presentation on 10 common mistakes new sellers, Amazon sellers can't afford to make and how you can overcome them. Now before we get started, if you can do me a quick favor, just hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel so I can help you create more tutorial videos like this to help you scale and grow your Amazon e-commerce business. Now, make sure you have your pen and paper ready because I'll be adding a whole lot of values for you guys. And always, if you miss any important information, you can always refer back to this video. Now, let's get the ball rolling. So what will you learn today? Now, you learn the 10 common mistakes new Amazon sellers or even experienced sellers can't afford to make and how you can overcome them. So your e-commerce business is already up and running on Amazon and you think that you have it all figured out. Well, guess again, there are still many things that you need to learn when selling on Amazon, and there are lots of issues that even veterans don't figure out. So Amazon has a lot of detailed selling policies, all these rules, and also best practices for sellers to follow when selling on the marketplace. And if you fail to do so, you have to face all the consequences. Now, whether you're a novice or even a veteran seller, in this tutorial video, I'll explain the 10 common mistakes, in no particular order, that sellers can't afford to make and how you can overcome them. So the first mistake is choosing the wrong type of Amazon seller account. You'll be surprised how many sellers make this mistake of creating an individual seller's account instead of a professional seller's account. As a beginner, there's nothing wrong with using an individual account, but if you want to take your e-commerce business to the next level, professional account is the way to go. You have to go for that. For instance, a couple differences as well, such as individual selling account doesn't allow you to use bulk listing and also Amazon's reporting tools. So be sure to do your research and learn about the differences between individual account and also a professional seller account on Amazon. I will include the link down below, so feel free to check it out later. So mistake number 2 is incorporating promotional text, other descriptions, or even URLs in your product images. When optimizing your product listing, make sure to not incorporate all these promotional text, URLs, or even other descriptions in your product image. It just has to be the image itself. And Amazon's really strict and with this image policy, as that will affect the customer's experience on its marketplace. Now, try to avoid adding sale or 100% guarantee or any other similar promotional text in your images as well, because Amazon absolutely hates it. If you notice other sellers are having promotional text in their product images, you can actually report them to Amazon. Well, this is one way of dealing with annoying competitors, and also in a way you're doing customers a favor. Now you can find out more about Amazon's product image requirements on Amazon's site, which I will also include in the link below, and also Amazon's product detail page rules, so that you avoid violating any of the rules for your product titles, descriptions, bullet points, or even images. Now the third mistake is poor product returns management. So whether a new seller or veteran, you're bound to experience a product return by an unsatisfied customer. Although a damaged product returned by customers aren't always 100% recoverable as new condition products. So you might still want to be able to salvage the product instead of just disposing it, because every penny counts. You can maybe change the packaging and then send it back to Amazon's warehouse, or even you can even use it yourself or give it to any of your friends who might need it. So you need to track the return rate of each SKU and consider removing products that have a high return rate, as that would affect your overall seller ratings. Perhaps you can try negotiating a return allowance with your supplier when this product has a high return rate. So also be sure to check out your returns so you don't encounter any financial losses due to high return rates. Even though Amazon handles returns, you can have a clear process of handling returns efficiently yourself as well. Like I mentioned earlier, have it shipped back to you, and you can repackage it and make it as good as new, and then send it back to Amazon again. Which brings us to mistake number 4 is the underutilizing sponsored ads reports. Now, the sponsored ad reports have always been underutilized by a lot of sellers. This report is a golden opportunity for you to find keywords that you never anticipated being effective at all. Now, using these converted keywords that you can find from the search term report, you can create new advertising groups that will lead to more sales and profits as well. Plus, using this search term report, you can find irrelevant keywords that can be added to your negative keyword section within your ad campaign, so you don't get charged for all these clicks that has nothing to do with your product. So you can learn more on how to use search term report and to optimize your ad campaigns. I think I've got a video that I'll link down below as well, so you can check it out later. And mistake number 5 is registering more than one seller account. There are lots of sellers who want to start multiple seller accounts so that you can build multiple brands for more profit. And unfortunately, Amazon only allows one seller account per user. So please don't try to create more than one account. You should play by Amazon's rules to avoid getting suspended and then suffering a huge financial loss. Just focus on one seller account and aim to grow and scale it instead of trying to build multiple brands at the same time. You don't get too scattered, and make sure you stay focused. And mistake number 6 is poor inventory management. So this is the image I found on Google with one of the warehouses in China. This is absolute mess. So this is another common mistake that sellers, with tracking and managing the inventory. When you only have one or maybe 2 products, keeping track of inventory level is pretty easy. However, when you have more than 10 products or even 50 products, things start to get challenging. Now, perhaps you only have a few products, but you don't really track your sales velocity, so you end up running out of stock, and this will cause you to lose a lot of traction. And building up this traction would take time as well, so all your effort before is going to go down the drain. So always plan ahead, keep track of your inventory level, especially during peak seasons such as upcoming Prime Day, Christmas, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, etc. And if you're unsure when to stock up or send in more inventory to Amazon, so to be on the safe side, but not too much as well, because if you send in too much inventory, you get charged for long storage fees. So you need to find that balance between that fine line. There are lots of online tools you can use to help manage your inventory level. You can try ZonGuru's inventory management tool, which will help you manage your inventory so you never run out of stock again. So moving on to mistake number 7 is calculation of Amazon fees. Not knowing your numbers will most definitely put you in your business in the red. You need to know the exact fees Amazon charges, such as FBA fees, picking and packing fees, shipping and handling fees, your advertising costs, seller accounts monthly fee, and also monthly storage fees, to be able to calculate your net profit margin. Amazon has a revenue calculator that provides you with a real-time cost comparisons between if you're doing fulfillment by merchant or even fulfillment by Amazon, and you can use this real-time calculator that Amazon provides. So make sure you utilize it well. Which brings us to mistake number 8 is inconsistent branding. This is another common mistake that sellers make, in is having this inconsistency when it comes to deciding your range of product to sell or how you post on social media channels. For instance, if you're selling raincoats for dogs, you don't want to start selling needed pillowcases just because you saw an opportunity in it. Keep in mind that customers lose trust in brands with inconsistent products and also characteristics. So make sure you look at the bigger picture and have a range of products that are in line with your branding. And for instance, you can focus on selling on a variety of raincoats, whether it's for pets or for adults or even for kids. You're only selling raincoats, so it's very consistent. When people think of your brand, maybe the raincoat company or something, then they know, okay, where to find the best raincoats in town. Moving on to mistake number 9 is paying for positive reviews. Amazon's been cracking down hard on sellers who are trying to pay for positive reviews by offering a discount in return or a coupon in return. Now, there are a lot of Facebook groups dedicated to buying products. Now, leaving a positive review and then, getting reimbursed through PayPal or Stripe or paying cash, etc. You might think that Amazon won't be able to track these, transactions. Think again. Amazon has this huge network of people who are constantly monitoring suspicious activities on and off Amazon as well. So you have a lot of spies even within these Facebook groups. So I strongly advise sellers not to go down this route. You can instead use my email automation tool to follow up with your customer purchases. You can use email automation tool to also alert your customers that the products have been shipped, checking back with them to make sure they're satisfied and also with the product and also your service overall. And this will help, customers get you a positive product review. So most importantly, you need to ensure that your products are of high quality and meet customers' expectations. This way, you at least be able to mitigate some of the risk of getting negative reviews. Last but not least, mistake number 9 is not using fulfillment by Amazon. Now, there are sellers who prefer the FBM or fulfilled by merchant model and to fulfill products themselves to avoid the FBA fees. This is great, if you can provide really consistent, fast, and reliable shipping. And if you can't satisfy the above 3 aspects that I just mentioned, consistent, fast, and reliable shipping, then I highly suggest opting for the FBA model, because with Prime, they have this 1-day shipping already. If you can ship a product within 1 day, then by all means go for it. Amazon's constantly pushing for faster delivery, so customers can get their purchases in the shortest time. And of course, when they get the products in the shortest time possible, they will reorder again. So using FBA allows you to not only leave your product delivery in Amazon's good hands, but also get priority over FBM products when it comes to product ranking on Amazon. So, a couple of final thoughts here. Making these common mistakes definitely going to cost you time and resources. So do learn from myself and other people's experiences, so you don't have to go through all these hurdles, all these adversities. Now, Amazon's marketplace is getting really, really more competitive by the day, and if you want to avoid making all these costly mistakes that I mentioned above, all these 10 mistakes, now you need to stay nimble by constantly innovating and also improving to stay off the competition. With the right strategy, you will be able to grow and build a highly profitable Amazon e-commerce business. Drop me a comment. Should you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them with to my best ability. So before we end this presentation, just remember to to learn from your mistakes, and it's good to learn from mistakes, but it's better to learn from other people's mistakes. Great quote by Warren Buffett. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more helpful videos on how to grow your Amazon e-commerce business. And thank you for taking time to watch my presentation up until this end. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Enjoy, creating all these videos and helping you guys out. I hope you gain lots of values and you took down notes. Feel free to share this video with your friends, of course, so if they can benefit from it. And of course, please do yourself a favor again, subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye guys.